Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this brand new day. It is 7:01 a.m. on Thursday, the 5th of July, and I have a boogle in my hand. She's a cutie. Of course she's a cutie. She's a little hamster. She's a puddle of rodent. And I say puddle of rodent because she is one of those that she always like hunkers way down close, and she fits in the palm of my hand like a little puddle. So she's a cutie. I woke her up, so I'm not gonna have her do too much. I'm gonna put her back in her cage so that she can get some more sleep. I scrabbled in her cage, made noise, and she came out, and she is an absolute cutie. So there we go. You are a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put her back in there. Thank you. There you can let go. When I pick up my hamsters, I don't reach in and grab. When they come out, I put my hand underneath and get close. And then they'll walk onto my hand, and then I just lift, and then I pick them up. So when I put them back down in their cages, I just set them down and then slide so that their lower feet go bottom onto the ground, and then pull away, and then their front feet go down. But Boogle, she always just grabs hold of my fingers because she doesn't want to go. Thumbs up for that. And it is, of course, a brand new day. All sorts of things that I can think of to talk about, but I keep forgetting them and remembering other things. So I'm going to try and remember this one. I tweeted about this yesterday morning. My cat vanished. I didn't know where she went. There was not a lot of fireworks going on, but she just vanished. So from like 10 o'clock on yesterday, I didn't see her. And as the day went by, I went outside, I was calling her, I was trying to find her because I didn't want the fireworks to terrify her. I didn't want her to get lost or hurt. Nothing. And then the fireworks are going off like crazy around 10 o'clock, and then I'm exhausted, so I'm getting ready to go to bed, close to 11. And then downstairs, I hear this scrape, 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 the glass door, and there's the kitty. Okay. Not quite sure where she went or why, but still she came back, and that was good. She is an amazingly smart cat. Hello. Boogle is drinking. There we go. I was squishing water at the end, so hopefully she'd make less noise and that she wouldn't have to keep fighting with it to get water. But she came in and it was good. And in fact, she glommed onto me real hard. And when I went to bed, she followed me up into my bedroom. And then she jumped up onto my bed and she slept on my bed and snuggled up next to me all night. And it was very, very good. I really liked that because she was purring and happy. And then when I woke up this morning, she was purring and happy and was awesome. Usually she doesn't sleep on my bed because when I go to bed, they're still awake downstairs. And so she spends time downstairs. Now my housemates are saying, oh yeah, she's decided I'm her person. It's like, no. When my kitty goes and sleeps in my room on my clothing because it smells like me, she's my kitty. When she comes in my window, or used to, with the fan in there, but when she comes in and then sleeps on my coat and stuff in here, no. When she follows me up and sleeps on my bed, no. She's my kitty. She's just, when I'm in bed and I'm boring, she comes down to be with other people. And that's okay. It's good. It's fine. I don't want her to be lonely and unhappy, so that's hard. You are so loud with these things. I don't know what it is about the water bottles. Sometimes they just have to just fight and fight and fight because they got the little ball in the tube, and so you lick the thing and then the ball moves and then the water comes out around it. But it makes so much noise and they have to fight with it, so occasionally I just squish the bottle and it pushes water down inside the tube so they just have to lick, lick, lick instead of fight, fight, fight. Oh, remember what the other thing was that I was going to talk about. Can I? I bet I can't. Oh, and it was so important too. And by important, it wasn't important at all. But it was just various things that I've been thinking of this morning. Oh yes! One of the things I wanted to talk about, because I've been thinking about this one because I've studied this my whole life. And I talk about random, weird, mild things because it's just whatever triggers my head up here because it's bubble sorting. I talk about random stuff just because I'm bubble sorting the day because I woke up an hour ago. And this is so my brain works for the rest of the day. Thank you. But accents. I've mirrored accents my whole life. It's been a struggle. I've had to fight not to make it look like I'm making fun of people. Because if somebody talks to me in an accent, I'm going to mirror that right back at you. It doesn't matter what you talk like. I'm gotta fight real hard not to talk like that too. And so I've just been studying and working on these things on an informal manner. One of the things I noticed as a child, now by child I mean I was in high school, middle school and all that, and even then I was watching Monty Python and studying their accents, is normal people, when they were done saying like, oh, I can do an English accent, and they would throw up just the most wildest, greatest parody of a Cockney accent and say, this is my English accent. And I would think to myself, oh, no. There's some people that talk like that, but not a lot. There's a ton. Just in London alone, there's like 7 major accents because of the major neighborhoods. It's rather amazing. So talking in a Cockney accent does not make you sound like you're British. It makes you sound like you're making fun of the Cockney accent. So one thing that I've always tried to do, and watched as other people learn this to try and absorb their things, is when you're talking in the big broad accents of an accent, that's the parody accent. When I do my Scottish Highlands accent, and I'm talking like this about all the people up there on the mesas, that's a parody of a Scottish accent. That's not, I mean, sure, there's 10% of every group because people are people. 80% of us are going to be just normal, and then you've got the outliers. So you've got the accent with people with accents. 80% of the people that have Scottish accents are not going to be wild parodies of a Scottish accent. They're just going to be people that are talking. You're going to have that 10%, there's always going to be somebody. It's like, you know, Alf, you sound like a parody of a Scottish accent. I was like, well, I know I've been doing this my whole life. I don't mean to. That's just the way some people are. But most of the time, and I can't do it well, but it's like with the Scottish accent. Yeah, you don't want to grab the great wild thing because that's the parody. It's more of just the mild accent, just to keep a little bit on there, just enough, because people are just people. They're not trying to sound like anything off of a TV show. You've just got a little bit of an accent because of where you come from. Not a wild parody, not a great thing, just a little bits here or there. And then I had a good Irish one that I didn't even know was an Irish one. I was making up in the early 90s. It was really cold and I made this phone message that was, ugh, 'tis so cold, me bones hurt. And everyone was like, God, do you have Irish ancestors? And I didn't even know that was there. But so accents are fun. You just have to make sure that when you're doing it, you don't do the wild parody one. Very few people talk in the hearts, moons, stars, and clovers sorts of accents. It's more, people just got them a little bit of an accent. It's not a huge accent. It's not great. You can tell that that's where they come from, but they're just people trying to live. They're not trying to do anything really wild and crazy. Thumbs up for that. Past that. Yes, yesterday. Oh, well, it was the 4th of July in the United States, as it was all the way around the world, because, hey, it was the 4th of July. We just have the fascinating name of the 4th of July. Okay, the real name is Independence Day, but still, everyone just calls it the 4th of July. So, of course, it's like, who celebrates 4th of July? Well, everyone in the world, because it's a new day, and it's the 4th. You're alive. You're celebrating your life. I didn't do anything exciting. In fact, I only watched fireworks when Jen was alive because she liked fireworks. So that's a good reason. I wanted to make her happy, but I can do with or without fireworks. And so 4th of July, Independence Day, I only heard stuff going on outside. I didn't really care to go watch. And I don't have a television. I mean, we do downstairs. and we have Comcast, so there's cable. But I don't watch TV. I don't like doing passive things. I have the attention span of a coked out butterfly, and being passive is just dull. Oh my gosh, it's so dull. So I don't like just sitting and watching TV because I'm just sitting and watching TV. I'm not interacting in any way. And if you do interact with TV by like talking, which I occasionally do, it's like, you know, if someone gets hurt or some such, it's like I go, oh, God, it's above, that must have hurt. Little things like that. Now, when I'm talking and occasionally saying stuff like that, my housemates are perfectly silent if we happen to be watching anything together. When I leave, of course, I can hear them laughing and talking about the TV show. So, yeah, I'm working. I'm going to be getting to the Veterans Hub, and now that my storage unit. Somebody in comments asked if, you know, if you paid it up, would you be able to stop the foreclosure on it? I'm going to give them a call today, and I will report back on that in my Twitter and email and all that to see whether or not it's possible, or if it's just they've cut the lock off and have been cataloging everything. So we shall see. Because if it can be, I'll report, and I don't know, maybe people will help out so that I've got one more month to get the good stuff out of there, and then just not worry about the rest. Just let them sell that and be good. I don't know. I just want it to be resolved in some fashion, so it's not just dragging at me this entire time. It has been dragging like a lead weight off of my, wrapped around my neck, and then dangling off behind me, and I'm on a boat. So this lead weight's been pulling me off the side of the boat and hurting and cutting off my air the entire time I've been living here. So I need to get it resolved somehow, whether it's paying for it and getting my stuff out and then shutting it out, whether it's letting them finish the foreclosure, if there's any way to even stop it now, or what. The fact is that getting rid of the storage unit is going to finally cut that rope and the weight will vanish. Yes, a lot of the weight involves stuff that I wish would not go. But life is life, and it rarely goes the way we want, and it rarely goes the way we like. And I've learned in 55 years that when life punches you and hits you with that freight train, you don't want to be the strong, tall tree that says, I've got armor, I can take this, because you are going to shatter and break. You gotta bend. There's a hurricane right now, and it's a bad one because I'm losing all the stuff in the storage unit. But you know what? I'm bending in the hurricane. And when it's done, I'll look at the wreckage, but I'll still be standing. Excuse me. I look at life, because I was talking about this with my therapist before, and it sounds terrible, but I don't mean this one in a bad way. I am a sewer rat. I am a sewer rat. Life has been trying to kill me for a very, very long time. And no matter how many times I've been hit by that train coming through, because I'm plodding down the tunnel of life, and every time there's been a light at the end of the tunnel, oh boy, it's just been that train again. I've always gotten back up. It's getting slower. It hurts more. I'm older, but I'm always getting back up. So far, I've managed to be the bending tree in the storm. So when the storm is over, I'm still standing. I'm still asking for help from people, and I'm still looking for ways to mitigate the problems that are happening up here. So it is a very good thing. And you can do it too, remember that. I'm nothing special. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I'm no one special. I'm just 55, coming up on 56. I'm just a guy. There are people who have had much worse lives. There are people who have had much better lives. I'm just a guy. Thank you very, very much, though, for coming along with me on this daily journey of exploration as I bubble sort my brain so that I can make it through the day with a properly working brain. Greatly appreciate it. Still poor. Where the hell did that come from? It's still pollen crazy outside. I'm still because of all that junk. I just woke up. I haven't had a chance to cough up the accumulation of stuff. And especially as my sleep apnea machine forces all that down my throat. Thumbs up. And since my hands are up here, praying mantis form. If you could check out my various links down below at Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. My thanks to everybody who has donated to my GoFundMe campaign. If you could donate, that would be awesome. I am always right on the edge of financial disaster. And I do thank my Patreon.com patrons. You are all beautiful and awesome people. Thank you so much for being beautiful and awesome. It is appreciated to no end. Thank you very, very much. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit those in the bank of my heart. Right on interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, did I do that one? I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, I am all confused. Don't worry about my brain. I don't even know what my name is. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. Greatly appreciate it. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are done with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Now, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people. It is arranged because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of his hand, with my fibro and more, I get lost. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not really good at pronouncing, well, names. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all afterward. I'm going to thumbs up everyone I read, answer as many as I can. Thank you very much. It is appreciated to get me out of my head, dealing with real people. Thank you very, very much. So, calling up my Chrome. There we are. Joshua Murasai, thank you very, very much. And Cluzy, greatly appreciated. Drag Weezery, I like the name, thank you very much. Chris Jericho, greatly appreciated. Aiden Young, thank you. Kathy Kitscat, always good to see you. Lord Barrington, I like that name too. And then the picture, the little avatar, is of a bear wearing a top hat. Lord Barrington. Russian Man, take me by the hand, thank you very, very much. And Rob D, greatly appreciated. Dusty M, thumbs up and thank you. Prince Vegeta, thank you. Greatly appreciated. The Real Ripper 64, thumbs up. Jake Keller, thank you. Librito, thank you very, very much. And looks like a smiley face and then 21, so thank you very much. Mama Chell, thumbs up and thank you. And Anthony Ornelas, greatly appreciated. Doodah, thank you very, very much. Quizler, I think that is, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Brian Glenn, always good to see you in the comments. Nas.Talja, thank you very, very much. I have no idea if it's 20 or 21, but it was 21 now. So, Tercio Philo, greatly appreciated. Mark Richard Jr., thumbs up and thank you. Ed Quinn, thumbs up. And last but not least, Axel MDN, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you very, very much. Everything I forgot to turn my pumpkin on. I just noticed that. My pumpkin isn't on. I'm going to have to plug that in for the rest of my videos today. How about that? That's easy to forget. I try to keep it unplugged now because at night when I go to bed. Because number one, it's choked with dead moths. I got to get the dead moths out of there. And number two, I don't have any replacement bulbs right now. So if it burns out from overuse, then it's always going to be dark. So I need to get some replacement bulbs. I'm going to toss them onto my Amazon wish list there. So thumbs up. And if you wanted to check out the Amazon wish list, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. But it's got all sorts of stuff from things like, well, bulbs for pumpkins and hamster food to all the way up to stuff like PlayStation 3 and PlayStation VR for the PS4. So no matter where you are on the financial spectrum, there we are. That was a good phrase. There's something for everybody. Thumbs up and thank you. And of course, I'm partnered with Humble Bundle. If you want to check them out, they're a good thing. I am paid. I got paid once, so that's good. I've actually been paid by them. I am sponsored, so if you purchase stuff through them, I do get paid for it. They have development software, game software, e-books, e-comic books. They're really good. I actually am subscribed to their service, so thumbs up on that. Check them out. Again, I don't feel obligated, and you shouldn't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. It's now going to be like 20 minutes and 20 seconds because I still can't get this timed correctly. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing. I'm going to get the timing on my my intro right one day, so this will come back out to perfectly 20 seconds. 20 seconds, 20 minutes again.